Hello, welcome to episode 6 of the Just One End podcast. My name is Elizabeth Zimmerman, but you can call me Liz. I am coming to you from Cochranville, Pennsylvania, where I live with my husband Greg, our 2 children Eric and Tilda, and our dog Millie. Today is Sunday, August 6th, and today I'm a little bit ahead of schedule. Typically I've been recording every 2 weeks, possibly every 3, depending on when I can fit the time in. But I have a finished object to share that I'm excited about, and I had an Instagram giveaway going on last week that I wanted to announce the winner of. So I will announce that at the end of the podcast. So first of all, this just some personal waffling. This morning we have been, my husband and my kids and I have been cleaning up what was previously the toy room. It's the room I'm in right now. You may notice that the location has changed. The angle, every episode I seem to be somewhere else. So the reason for that is I'm constantly in a quest for finding the better lighting, the least amount of glasses glare. So I've been changing locations a lot. I was previously in my office. Right now I'm in the front room that was the toy room. But we are in the process of taking all of those toys and moving them downstairs into the basement. We have a really big open basement. It's finished. There's carpet down there, and it's a great space for a toy room. And now our kids are a little bit older. When we moved in, it was last October. Tilda wasn't quite 2 yet. Eric was 4, going on 5. Now they're a little bit older. They're a little bit more independent. Tilda's going to be turning 3 this November now. She's a lot better on stairs than she was when we moved in. So we've decided that instead of having the toy room on the same level where we do most of our living, we're going to move everything downstairs so they can have their own space and they can feel free to spread out a little bit more. Where we had them originally. So our house has one of those layouts where the 2 front rooms off of the front door are what would be considered a formal living room and a formal dining room. We are not a formal dining room kind of family. We are barely a kitchen table kind of a family. Before we moved into this house, the layout of our old house was a bit strange, and there wasn't a logical place for a kitchen table. The kitchen was too small for one. The dining room was like through the family room, so it was just never convenient. So we were really like a dinner on the couch kind of family before this. So we definitely don't need a formal dining room. So we had originally set it up as the kids' toy room. Like I said, they were pretty little. So I talk like it was forever ago. It was only 10 months, but it's amazing how much kids change in that amount of time. So the formal dining room we made it. It's the room I'm in, so that's why I'm looking around. It's the room that we made into the toy room. We're going to be moving that downstairs. We're in the process of doing that now. I'm actually surrounded by a bit of a disaster area, if you could see. And this is going to be my new craft room. We had originally planned on using the guest room upstairs as the craft room. It's where most of my stuff is now, but it's all still in boxes. So now I've requested of my husband the use of this room for that space, and he's agreed. So I'm going to be setting up this room, this formal dining room with a brass chandelier even as my new crafting space. So I've started a new Pinterest board for ideas of how to set up this space as my craft room. I do have a wall that I put chalkboard paint on. So I'm actually planning to list out my current WIPs on there, make them a little bit more visible and see, start dates and some information like that. Kind of like a Ravelry board on the chalkboard. So anyway, so if you have any ideas for crafty space, craft room decoration ideas, organization ideas, as far as my crafts go, I'm mostly knitting and crocheting. I do some cross stitch. I do have a sewing machine. I don't have much of a stash fabric-wise, but I do have some supplies I could set up. I have some other random small craft things like a sticker maker, which is, like this big. It's not like that takes up a ton of space, but a sticker maker, some string art kits, like random odds and end things like that I want to fit into this space. I also want to find a comfy knitting chair and set it up in here too. So hopefully this will be my crafty haven. So if you have any ideas, then feel free to leave a comment or find me on Pinterest. My username is Algebrina, just like it is on Ravelry and Instagram. and I've got a craft room board there. So if you want to send me some pins of some ideas that you love, then feel free to do that. That'd be really fun. Okay, so into the normal content. I have a finished object this week. You may notice, well, you may not because I'm mostly out of frame, but I have finished my worsted boxy, which is quite big and and drapey. I'm not going to stand up because I would probably kick over my camera in the process of doing that, but I did take some full body shots, so I'll insert those here so you can see those. It is quite big. It's it has a lot of fabric to it. It's a nice look. I'm not sure that I have the body type that really pulls it off quite as well. I feel like it's a bit tenty on me. So I may try and reblock it, make it a little bit longer instead of wider to get a little bit less of the fabric kind of behind my arms. I don't know. I'll see how it works out. But it's done. I'm very excited. It was a lot of fun to knit. So the body, I knit it in the round. So the body is just stockinette for, I think I did the extra large size. I think that was 19 inches of stockinette. You do like 1 inch of rib and then 19 inches of stockinette, which takes a while because I think it's like 300 some odd stitches in a round because it's supposed to be very wide. I mean, it's a wide pattern, design. So there's a lot of stitches in the round. So that does take a while. That's, I think, why it ended up languishing was because I got through like 10 inches of that and I was just kind of bored. So when I picked it back up, I did about 9 more inches of the stockinette. And then I did the shaping on the front, and you'll notice that there's some detail. Let's see how close I can get. There's some detail on the shoulder. It's a really nice design element, though. I really like that. It goes across the back as well. And then it's just got a stockinette collar, so it just has a bit of a roll to it. So that's the effect that you get there. So I enjoyed making it. I really love the yarn. The yarn is from Plymouth. It is the blueberry colorway. It's mostly blue, but you can see there's some really hot pink bits in it. And there's some green speckles in here too, which are kind of hard to see and find. I was going to find one for you and hold it up, but I'll see if I can get a close-up picture of one and post it. But it's got some really pretty colors, and it's very soft. It's a superwash merino, and it's just really soft and touchable. So that is my finished object. I started picking it up again for the WIPITTHURSDAYKAL that Honeybee Knits and WTF Knitting are doing. So I have a finished object to post, and one of the pictures I just took to throw in here is going to go up in that finished object thread as soon as I'm done. And then I've got a couple of other languishing WIPs that I picked up too. I think I had my Cozy Memories blanket I was picking up. Oh, there's a crochet shawl that I haven't picked up in forever. Actually, I have it here, so I'll show you. This is one that I was planning to pick up as well, but I've had a lot of other stuff that I've been working on, so I haven't actually put any work in on this. But now that the worsted boxy's done, maybe I'll find the time to do that. This is the OCEANA shawl. The yarn is very lightweight. I believe it's a lace weight. I'm using a tiny hook, though I can't tell you what it is right now. It's probably on my Ravelry page, assuming I've put this up on my Ravelry. I think I have. And the yarn, I can't remember what it is right now, so I'll put it in the bottom. It's Himalayan silk, I think. It is gorgeous, though. It is so pretty. This is what I've done so far. if I liked smaller shawls, I could really call this done. I mean, it's a pretty good size. You know, it could be done. But I really like very large shawls. So I had planned to do 2 skeins of this yarn. And this is what I have left from the first skein. It is so pretty. I love the greens and the blues. So this is what I still have left of the first skein, and I was gonna put a whole second skein in. I don't know that I'm actually gonna do that. I may just finish off the first skein and call it good. Turns out I'm using a C hook, which is a 2.75 millimeter. This is my C hook. You can see the yarn is actually discolored my hook though. So it's gotten a bit of color from it. This is a Knitter's Pride hook kit, I think. Sorry, I am all over the place today. I did not make notes, which maybe I should have, but it's a Knitter's Pride set of hooks. It comes in this nice case. It's see-through. You can see what hooks are in there. It goes from C, this was the smallest, up to a size J, which is a 6 millimeter. I use this almost exclusively. I don't love them, honestly. I'm thinking about branching out and trying some others, but I love that it's a kit. I really like having all of my needles and hooks in one place that's easy to find. That's one reason I love my Chai-Goos, because I have them all in one zippered case. But I don't love them. They kind of hurt my hand. Where the hook falls kind of pokes into my fleshy bit on my palm. So I may look for something else. If you know of any nice kits for crochet hooks, something that comes in its own self-contained vessel, then let me know. I'd love to try some out, see if I can find one that I like better. So that was a very big tangent. So backwards from the hooks to this whip. This is the whip I'm going to work on next for the Whip It Thursday knit along, and back to the fact that I finished my sweater. So so it was a finished object segment. It's branched out into a bit more. Okay, next though, I am going to show you some of my whips. A lot of it, I'm working on a lot of the same stuff I have been before, so I'm not necessarily going to show everything I'm working on. But I will show you. So first I picked up my childhood memory shawl again. It is not very much bigger than it was before, but I want to show it just so I remind myself that I was working on it and that I love it. So this is the childhood memory shawl. I'll have to post who the designer is because I don't remember offhand. This right here is my Suker Miniatures Progress Keeper. It's a little brownie. I honestly don't think I'm using it as a progress keeper, actually. I don't think that's marking any progress. That's just marking the right side, because it's a garter stitch shawl. Garter stitch shawl. So it's hard to tell right side and wrong side. But I will show again the little textured detail there. It's got a slip stitch every few stitches on the right side. That's just creating a beautiful little bumpy texture. That's very pretty. I'm really looking forward to getting through this section. I think I have 6 more repeats of this section. 6 more, yeah, it's 6 rows, and I think I have 6 more repeats of 6 rows. So I've got like 36 more rows to do. And then it moves into a different section. There's a lace section. So as soon as I finish going through that, then I'll make some progress there, and that'll be a bit more to show. I always forget to do this, so I'm gonna remember to do this. This project is living in my absolute favorite project bag. It's from Steel City Stitcher, which I've talked about before. It is in my Dalek bag. So for any Whovians out there, this is my Dalek bag, and it's got a Dalek progress keeper attached to it. I'm using it as a zipper pull at the moment. I love it. This was, I think, my first purchase from Steel City Stitcher. One of my very early project bag purchases. I think my first one was actually the Freckled Whimsy hippo bag, which is going to come out a little bit later. My other WIP is one that I cast on just a few days ago. It's also in a Steel City Stitcher bag. This is my fruit bag. If you remember the orange slice progress keeper that I showed, oh, just kidding. I'm using it as a zipper pull. It has the orange slice progress keeper. Sorry, trying to see if it's focused. There it is. So the orange slice progress keeper on this one. She always coordinates the zipper pull, progress keeper, charm, whatever you want to call it, with the bag itself, which I think is just so much fun. I love that. So this bag is housing my new cast on, which is my exploration station. I've finally cast it on to the point where I didn't rip it out. I did restart this probably 5 times. I didn't like the direction I was going. I didn't like the way I was having the colors next to each other. So I ripped it out a few times. So this is what I've stuck with though. So they're very vibrant colors. The green is color A. This is color B. It's a color changing or variegated green with purples and blues. This is a natural with purple and green. This one is just a solid purple. It never shows up on camera very well. It's actually showing up more red than it is. This side here by my finger, that's actually a little bit more true than what you're seeing over here. But that's purple, and then it goes back to repeating the colors. So my challenge with this one, sorry for the clinky needles, is that this purple is actually a lace weight. I'm thinking it might actually be more of a light fingering. It's not that much thinner than the rest of them, but I wasn't quite sure how I was going to handle that. So I purchased some mohair to try that out, and I didn't like how that was working. The mohair was much lighter, so you basically ended up with a white and purple stripe, which seemed a lot like this one. So I didn't end up sticking with that. I think I may actually put that back in the brioche section. Technically, it's not that color that you use. I've used this as color D. I think brioche is B and C together, but it'll be fine. So, so I think I'm going to take the purple with the mohair, put that into the brioche, and have it opposite the green, the dark green. So anyway, I'm having a lot of fun with this. The wedges are a lot of fun to do. It's actually a pretty easy pattern to, you look at the instructions for each section, and then you just keep going. You don't have to reference it all the time. So it's been some great TV knitting. So that is my new WIP that I'm very excited about. I'm spending a lot of time on that one. And that's really it as far as WIPs go. Like I said, I have a couple more that I'm still working on, but I haven't made much progress, so it's not really anything worth showing. But yeah, just working on them. Okay, so I do have an acquisition. It doesn't count. I know I'm on a yarn diet. This is the last installment of the Andre Sue Knit Sock Blank Club. So if you're a member of the club, you haven't received yours yet, then it's a spoiler. So turn it off, turn away, don't look, plug your ears because I'm going to talk about it. This is called Dear Jane Doe, and it's a deer pattern. It's so cute. Seriously, these are the most adorable little characters that she's put on there, on these. This one is a sparkly base for the sock blank. Come on, focus. I don't know if it'll focus, but it does have sparkle. You can see it even if it's out of focus. It's really cute. I'm so excited to cast one of these on. So this is the third installment. I'm going to show you the other two now that it's over. It's sad. No more will be coming, but that was the third one. The second one, just to remind you, was called What a Fox. That was this one here. So cute. And then the first one that she sent was called Dog Days, which was this one. Oh, so adorable. This was my first Fiber of the Month club, and I love it. I'm so glad that I joined. I wish that I was not on a yard diet so I could join more, but it's been so much fun to get those. So from these sock blanks, I want to actually cast something on. So you may remember, this is my Freckled Whimsy Hippo bag. It's a sock nanny. This is housing what is becoming a languishing whip quickly. It's a pair of socks that I started. There you go. It's from Hedgehog Fiber Salty Tails. It's got my little TARDIS keeper, which again came from a Steel City Stitcher bag because it's awesome. There we go. So this is made out of skinny singles. And I'm learning more from podcasts that I've been watching that skinny singles are not great for socks. So I have decided to rip these out and cast on socks using one of the sock blanks instead. That's going to be my sock in progress. So for now, this one's getting frogged. I'll have to find something else for the rest of my Salty Tails. I do have a pretty good amount left. I have, that's a pretty substantial ball. It's not hollow. So I'll find something to do with it. I had made a hat. I've got enough. I think I've got 50 grams left. So about half of it. So I don't know. I'll figure out something to do with it. If you have any suggestions, feel free to let me know. All right, time for some podcaster love. I haven't been watching anybody new this week. I've just been catching up on some of the podcasters I'm already watching. So Knitter's Got a Knit with Carrie and Darlene. They put out their third episode, so I watched that yesterday. I misspoke before. Darlene's, actually her bag company is called Bags by Awesome Granny, not Awesome Granny's Bags, so apologies for mixing that up. So I watched them, and then also, Bakery Bears. I've been spending a lot of my time watching Bakery Bears lately. With Dan and Kay, they're over in Yorkshire. I think they're in Yorkshire. They are, their episodes are on the longer side. They're much closer to 2 hours, sometimes over. So it's a big commitment to sit down and watch their episodes. But they're so fun. I love their dynamic. Dan's he's just a giant kid at heart, and you can just tell how much joy and fun that he has. And Kay, the long-suffering wife that puts up with his antics, they're just so cute together. So I am up through I think I'm on episode 19 now. I actually started watching the next episode that I'm in before I started recording, so they're paused on my TV right now. So I'm catching up, but they have 80 episodes out, so I've got a lot of catching up to do. I just, like I said, it's a long episode. It's going to take me a while to get there, but I have been watching a lot more of them lately. I hit the point where their production quality makes a big jump. I think they switched to recording on a Mac at this point. It doesn't really matter. You don't really care. But it's a lot of fun watching them and seeing how their podcast changes, because I know they put a lot into their podcast. You can tell all the work that they put in with editing and all of their fun ideas. And like in the last episode I watched, they started doing some green screen type of techniques where they hopped around to Rome. It's adorable. They have so much fun, and it's just so much fun to watch. Really, the joy just comes through the screen. So Bakery Bears, I've been watching them. And then lastly, Dairyland Knits. Josh has a new episode out. I haven't watched it yet. I literally just got the alert in the last half hour or so. But I'm really looking forward to watching Josh's new episode. I really enjoy his podcast too. He's a very, very talented knitter, and he's a great storyteller. I love listening to his stories. So those are my podcasts that I'm watching. And now I'm going to wrap up the episode with announcing the winner of my Instagram giveaway. So first of all, thank you so much to everybody who joined in the giveaway. It was a lot of fun. I did learn a few things. First of all, it helps if you put giveaway on the picture so that people actually realize that it's a giveaway. I had it up for about a day and it got some likes and, people being tagged, and then it just kind of slowed down. So I posted a reminder and I put giveaway on that one, and then all of a sudden the likes and comments just skyrocketed. So I learned that for next time. It certainly helps to advertise more that you're doing the giveaway, because some people just don't click into the comments, which makes sense. Anyway, thank you to everyone who participated. The giveaway prize is this skein of Malabrigo sock. It's in the Diana colorway. The beautiful fall color. It's really pretty. I love this. So this is going to, drum roll, Les Combines d'une Pinup. I really hope I got that right. I took French in high school. I took like 3 years of French, but not a whole lot of it stuck. So that is Sandra. I believe she's in Marseille, France. So this will be winging its way over to you as soon as you send me a message and let me know what your address is. So you can send me an Instagram message or private message me on Ravelry. Yeah, so congratulations, Sandra. Thank you again to everyone who participated. I'm going to hopefully do some more giveaways. I know that a lot of people like to do them at milestones. So keep spreading the word, and hopefully we'll hit another milestone that I can do another giveaway. So that's it for me today. Thank you so much for coming by and watching. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you like watching my videos, go ahead and subscribe. And again, spread the word. I mean, it's a lot of fun to do this. It's also a lot of fun to see, to interact with people. And the more people that watch, the more people that I get to interact with and get some feedback. Otherwise, I'm just sitting here talking to my camera, which is fun, but not quite as fun as actually being able to talk with people. So that does remind me, we do have a Ravelry group. So if you want to join the Ravelry group, it's the Just One End podcast group. You can find it in the groups section under Ravelry. I still got just the 2 threads. There's the introduction thread where you can introduce yourself. And then there's a local goings on thread for if you're in the Eastern Pennsylvania, Lancaster, Chester County, Harrisburg, yeah, that's close enough. Harrisburg, York area, anywhere around that general vicinity. Post about things that are going on, knit nights, trunk shows, any events that are happening, just so we can have a place for all of that. I mentioned last time I am thinking of starting a knit night of my own. So if you would be interested in that, I'm in Cochranville, Pennsylvania, which you can Google. You can see how far close you are to that. It's along Route 10. So if you would be interested, let me know. I'm not sure how. I don't know. Put it in the comments. Send me a message in Ravelry. Something. Just let me know if you'd be interested, and I'll get a date on the calendar to do the first one. And if there's a lot of interest, then we can put something together regularly. I'm thinking of leaning toward like a cake and craft, like Nathan of the Sockmatician does, because who doesn't love cake? So if that happens, I'll let you know. I'll provide more details around that. Yeah, but thank you again for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.